Greetings and welcome to the Southside Help Center show. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in today, and remember, this is a live call-in show. If you have any questions about anything that we're talking about, please give us a call here at the station. The number here is 312-738-1060. That's 312-738-1060. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, and this is going to be a phenomenal show. Every show is a phenomenal show. We have Miss Erin Fletcher with us today.
Yes.
And what we're going to talk about is extremely important to a lot of people. And one of the things that we try to offer at the Southside Help Center is we try to offer a holistic approach. And when we start talking about help, we really try really hard to help people. So not only do we deal with HIV prevention, not only do we deal with after-school programming, not only do we deal with scholarship fund programming, we deal with a lot of different things because we are a holistic agency and we really try really hard to provide a service for the community. Today we're going to talk about LIHEAP. For those of you who don't know, LIHEAP is the CEDA program that provides assistance for individuals. Last week we talked about case management, and the case management really referred to people who were HIV positive. We just wanted to make sure that we covered that last week with our case management. I forgot to mention Miss Elaine Owens, who is our corrections case manager, and we wanted to make sure that we mentioned all of those names from our previous show, that people who might have any use of those services could always give us a call. That's Miss Elaine Owens. She does our corrections case management. We got Miss Kim Slaughter, Dorian Lanier, and we also have Peaches Fondue, who do the case management. Didn't want to leave those individuals out. If you have any questions about those case management programs that we talked about on our previous show, give us a call at the agency, 773-445-5445, and ask for Kim, and they'll get you plugged into those services. But today we're going to talk about LIHEAP. So that's going to take us right into welcome, Erin, first of all.
Thank you, Mr. Cherry.
The thing we wanted to go right into was who qualifies for the program.
Well, who qualifies for the program coming September 1st, which is the normal LIHEAP season, will be those that are disabled and aged and those who are disconnected. If you are not one of those, the program will open to those who fit the income guidelines after November 1st.
Okay. LIHEAP, is there, that's an acronym? No? Don't know?
Yes, it is.
It is? Do you know it? If not, it's okay. Don't mean to put on the spot. But we know it to be the Energy Assistance Program.
Correct.
That's exactly what LIHEAP is, and before they changed it from this and they changed it to that. But it is the Energy Assistance Program. So basically, it starts September the 1st.
Yes, it does.
And that's for
anyone who meets the low-income qualifications, and also that are disabled or also aged.
When you say low-income qualifications, tell me what you mean by that.
So one person in the household, you would not be able to make more than gross income $1,354 per month.
Okay.
So meaning if you receive Social Security benefits, you would not be able to make that much over your monthly allotment.
Got you. And then when you say disabled, tell me what you mean by that.
Disabled is only when you are receiving Social Security benefits, and after your Social Security number, it states the initials DI, which stands for disabled, and you have to have Social Security documentation stating that you are disabled.
Okay. Now here's the other question. If I came into the office, now remember the Southside Help Center has been, let me say this, the Southside Help Center has been providing quality services since 1987. Founded by Ms. Betty Smith, who is our founder, and also now being led by Ms. Vanessa Smith, who is our executive director. We have been doing a number of different things. So we just want to continue to provide that holistic approach to services. And this Energy Assistance Program is one of our newer programs. And we want to make sure that people get as much information as they can about this program, and make sure that when people start calling or when they come in to qualify, that they have what they need. If I was to walk into the door telling you I needed assistance as far as identification and so forth, what would I need?
You would need a valid piece of identification for the head of household, along with Social Security cards for everyone in the household over the age of 1. You would also need income documentation for the last 30 days. That would be your gross income. So your gross income must meet the guidelines, which are also located on the CEDA website. You would also need to bring in your most recent, and most recent meaning the most recent bill you've received for that month or for the last 30 days once again. And that would be all for that program.
Well, I think we have a caller. We have a caller with a question. A caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, my name is Ella, and I had number to the Southside Health Center, and you said it so quickly that I couldn't write it down. And also, do you help people locate jobs or find jobs, or
Go ahead.
actually, what do you do? What help do you give a person that's out of work looking for a job?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling. Let me give you the number first. The number is 773-445-5445. All fours and five. 773-445-5445. As far as the jobs are concerned, we do get job leads on a regular basis where we have different individuals who may be working for the center who have job leads. Over the summer, we've provided probably 10 or 15 different jobs. So we do get job information, but it just depends. Because we're not primarily a job how is this job?
A job facility.
A job facility. That's not our primary. We don't do that as a primary. What we do is we have after school program for youth, which we're doing a summer program now, but our regular after school program will be starting up in September, and there's also age requirements for that. Then we have our case management programs who deal with people who are HIV positive. We have a corrections program. People who are just coming out of jail and re-entering into society. We have a program for that. We have an outreach program who deals with HIV testing and counseling, who also deal with safety counts, which is a substance abuse program. And we also have a couple of other branches. The other branches we deal with is our capacity building branch, which is the bank project. And what that is if you're a non-for-profit agency and you need some assistance getting programming started or having people trained to implement programming, then you would deal with that branch. We also have a YMSM branch, which is a young MSM branch, and that's young men who have sex with men, and that branch is located in Hyde Park. And they also deal with those issues, curiosity, so forth and so on. So we have a number of different branches and services that we provide. Although job is not our primary service, we do occasionally get leads, and we provide those to the community as we get them. So we thank you for that. The number 773-445-5445. Today we're talking about LIHEAP, Energy Assistance Program with Miss Erin Fletcher. We were talking about qualifications, what you need to get on the program. So it's very, very, very important that people know about the services, but also take advantage of the services. What hours are you operating with those services as well, Erin?
We are operating from 9 to 5 with those services, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about the senior program, because I think that operates a little differently, doesn't it?
The senior program?
Yeah. When you're talking about the senior center, because I know some people were talking about LIHEAP, and they said that November the 1st was the start time unless you was a senior. So is there different services being provided for seniors?
No, it's the same service being provided. It's just because many of our seniors are on an income that is the same each month. It does not go up. And they don't normally get any extra income. Mm-hmm. So they normally prioritize with those who are disabled because they receive Social Security benefits as well, or supplemental security benefits. And seniors receive Social Security benefits, so they are on an allotted income. So therefore, they go ahead and sit with them first. Mm-hmm. And they do theirs because they are a priority at that time.
Okay.
Okay. So then after November 1st, anyone who is not a senior, and even if you are a senior and you decide to come in after November 1st, that is fine as well, too.
Okay. We're located, let me say this too so people know we're located. We're located 10420 South Halsted. 10420 South Halsted. We're on 104th and Halsted. Our number is 773-445-5445. If you have any questions about the LIHEAP program or Energy Assistance Program, you can give us a call. Erin, your extension is?
4221.
4221, extension 4221. Again, 10420 South Halsted. That's 104th and Halsted. Southside Help Center. Our number there is 773-445-5445. You can reach Erin at extension
4221.
4221. So if you have any questions about this program, please give us a call. Hit the station. Our number here is 773. Not 773. 312-738-1060. I didn't say 445 so much. That's all I got in my head. But it's 312-738-1060. If you have any questions about the Energy Assistance Program that the Southside Help Center is providing. And again, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. We got Erin Fletcher here answering those questions about the LIHEAP program and the qualifications for the LIHEAP program. The other thing that we want people to know, we also provide other services where we talk about emergency assistance, vouchers, that sort of thing. A number of our programs do revolve around HIV prevention, but we have a number of programs who deal with youth, who deal with people who are substance abusers and trying to get themselves together. We work with treatment facilities to get people in treatment and care. We work with violence prevention. We work with in-school programs. We got condom distribution programs. So we got a number of different services. This is the Southside Help Center show, and each week we would like to highlight the programs that we have at the center. Today we're talking about the Energy Assistance Program. And the one thing that I know is that the weather's finna break. September the 1st is coming up on us quickly. So make sure you get all of your information that you need. Again, she said that you're going to need a state valid ID.
Correct.
That's number one. So people need to go and get those IDs. It's very important that when you come in, you have everything that you need, because is there a waiting process? Is there a list or anything? Talk about that.
Well, what happens is when people come in without all of their documentation, we do have to ask you to come back with the remainder of the documentation. We do begin the processing of the application, but it does not get processed until all documentation has been received into the office. If for some reason the documentation is not received within a set amount of days, the application gets sent down to CEDA and it is put into either pending or a denial status until the actual documentation is brought down to the office. Another one of the programs I want to bring up, only because it is a year-round CEDA program, is weatherization. Weatherization will help decline your bills, your ComEd and your People's Gas both. So if you own your own home, or even if you are a renter, you can qualify for the weatherization program as well. With the weatherization, if the home has never been weatherized prior to after September 30th, 1994, your home can be weatherized free of charge. You just need to provide proper documentation, and you have to fit the income guidelines.
Okay. We're going to go back to that, too, because we want to know a little bit more about that. I think we got a caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, I have a question pertaining to the CEDA program.
Okay.
We went to sign up for the CEDA program to get some assistance with our lights, but they said they run out of money, so it's too late to sign up now for that. So coming September the 1st, we can sign up again for that, for the winter?
Yes. Now, the program that did you just go into the office to apply recently?
They're gone.
Okay. If you were to just come into the office to apply recently, the funds that were being given out were ComEd hardship funds. They have been exhausted as of yesterday morning from what we've been told from CEDA Central. The program that will pick up September 1st is the General LIHEAP program, which you will be able to apply for even if you've received any type of financial assistance from the ComEd hardship program.
So, and that's very important that people know, because they do, I guess they give a certain allotment of money
per program.
And then when that money's exhausted, then you have to wait until the next cycle of funding comes. So on yesterday, they exhausted the previous cycle of funding, and a new cycle of funding will start September the 1st.
Right, which will be a completely new program.
So, and that's in about 2 weeks. So it's important that if you do need these assistance, that in 2 weeks, September the 1st, we will start that process again. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, when you talk about the weatherization program, what is it that they do when they talk about weatherization? What are some of the services that they do provide?
Well, with weatherization, what happens is after the home has been approved to receive the weatherization, an assessor comes out to the home and assesses the home into what actually needs to be done in the home. After the assessor makes his assessment, normally the first thing that is done is insulation. So they go into your attic or into your roof and they blow down insulation from the roof down to the sides of the walls, which normally alone will help cut the cost of your bills. After that, they go into safety regulations. So they make sure that your gas piping is done correctly. They make sure that there's carbon monoxide detectors, fire detectors, things of that nature that go along with safety as well in the home. After that, they go into air sealing. So if you have these gaps in between the wall and your windows, they will go in and they'll gawk around the windows as much as they can. Now, if the windows are salvageable, they'll fix them. If the windows are not, they will try to replace them depending upon your grant amount. And they do go into other things in the household. Furnace as well. We do replace furnaces. There is one program specifically for furnace, and that is under the LIHEAP program. And there is the weatherization program, which also covers the furnace as well. Now, keep in mind, if you do get a furnace under the weatherization program, that will take up majority of your grant. but there possibly may be some extra funding left over for other things to get done in the home as well.
And that's absolutely, because furnace is definitely one of the major components in the home. So if you can get that replaced, I promise you, the cost alone is very, very high. So that is an absolutely fabulous program. So if you qualify for it, you just need to give Erin a call. That number 445-5445 at the Southside Help Center, extension
4221.
4221, and she'll tell you exactly what you need to bring in, and if in fact you do qualify. Again, September the 1st, they do start a new cycle of funding, so if you can make it in by then, you should be all right. This is a live call-in show. Give us a call if you have any questions about the program we're talking about today. Is the Energy Assistance Program. Another caller wanted to know about substance abuse program. And the thing we do is we provide referrals for substance abuse programs. We have a program called Safety Counts. Safety Counts is a program who deal with people who are actively using. And what that is like a 5-step process. They look at you get enrolled into the program. They'll do 2 group sessions, an individual session, and then they'll do follow-up, and there's some social events that come along with that as well. But what needs to happen when people who are dealing with substance abuse issue is definitely give us a call, get plugged in to some of these recovery programs that we have, and or not us specifically, but some of the recovery programs that we can actually refer you to. Our number is 773-445-5445. If you are dealing with recovery issues, we can do our best to plug you into the right programs to see that you get the necessary help and counseling that you need. Erin, we do appreciate it because, again, this recession has really started hitting a lot of people, and then especially over the summertime, if there's been an air conditioning and if there's been central air, you cannot imagine the cost. The cost is tremendous. So a lot of people, and people say, well, just don't run your air. It has been extremely hot this summer. You know, we're talking about probably a record number of 90-degree days, so it's real easy to say not to run your air, but again, we don't want people to start having heat stroke and dying as well.
Right.
So it is necessary that people try to do the best they can to keep cool when it's this kind of heat, especially with our seniors, especially when we're talking about our youth and our children. It's so very important, even with our pets, to make sure that people don't get overheated. So the cost has really, really skyrocketed for a lot of people, and these programs do help people in getting control of those bills. And again, when you start talking about the weatherization program, it helps you a great deal to keep those numbers down when you're talking about dealing with, because just like heat escapes, so does the air. So when you get those, the weatherization program, and you get the necessary installation, those bills do come down. So it's important that if you need that weatherization, that you do give Erin a call. And again, we got a new cycle of funding coming September the 1st. There's going to be a lot of people bum rushing the center, so just make sure that you get the information that you need. She talked about who qualifies. She talked about what those individual needs. Again, who qualifies?
Everyone qualifies as long as you are underneath the 150% income level, the poverty level, excuse me. So if there's one person in the household, you would not be able to make more than $1,354 gross income. And for the other guidelines, you could go ahead and look them up on the CEDA website, and they'll be able to give you any other information you're looking for, or you can always give me a call.
Right, at extension
4221.
4221. So it's really, really, really important that people get the necessary information. And again, you need your state ID.
Yes.
So if you do not have a state ID and you know that you're going to need some type of assistance, then you need to take $20, go down to the Secretary of State and get the necessary ID, because that's going to be vital. Because if you don't have a state ID, they can't even start the process. So make sure that you have the necessary identification when you come into the center in order to get the programs, when you're talking about the LIHEAP or the weatherization, so forth and so on. So it's going to be very important that people have the right information. Who qualifies? Everybody, as long as they meet the income criteria. Our seniors, been talking about them as well, because this has been a really, really rough summer for a lot of people. So take advantage of the programs that the government is offering, and take advantage of the programs that the Southside Help Center are bringing you, like the Energy Assistance Program and the Weatherization Program. So we look to see a lot of people come September the 1st, so that we can begin doing as much help as we can, because we also realize that when you got all of these other sub-issues, it's very difficult to focus on anything else. When you're talking about I ain't going to have no heat, when you're talking about my lights are not going to be on, when you start talking about water, I promise you, that's a lot of pressure for a lot of people, and it's a lot of relief for a lot of people as well. So it's very important that people come in and get the assistance that they need, and that we can provide you with the necessary assistance. So we really, really, really like to thank everyone who do call in, ask the questions that we need to know, because if we don't know, we can't answer the question, and then I have Erin here, sitting here for absolutely nothing, and we don't want that to happen. So we thank Erin for coming in, and she does a great job dealing with, amongst many things, but dealing with the energy assistance program and who actually qualifies for the energy assistance program. So we want people to take advantage of the energy assistance program. We cannot say it enough, because there's going to be a lot of people coming in. Here's a question. If can you come in early and get that process started? That's a question, because I know that come September the 1st, there'll probably be a lot of people coming. But is there any way that you can get that process started before then?
No, only because we cannot access the LIHEAP application system online. We can actually take documentation, but the only thing that we would not be able to take would be one of your utility bills, because of the fact that they would need to be up to date.
Gotcha.
So if you were to come in September 1st, we would need that bill stated either August 25th or anywhere around that area. Or if your billing cycle is different, anything that is the most recent, we would need.
We're closing. Now I was asking our beautiful phone tech over there. She's doing a great job with assisting us with some of these calls. One of the callers wanted to know if our programs help with homeless and low-income persons with housing. What we try to do is we do deal with people who are homeless, and what we try to do is we try to refer people. We do deal with housing, but most of our housing programs deal with people who are HIV positive individuals, and then we can definitely assist with housing. But remember, that falls up under our case management program, and it also falls up under our HIV programming when we start talking about housing. Other than that, we do our best to make referrals to agencies who deal specifically with housing. We don't deal specifically with housing unless it's an HIV positive client, and then we can deal with housing. So we want to apologize if we're not able to help you with housing, but we do our best to make as many referrals as we can when it comes to housing and low income. In terms of CEDA, can you be homeless and well, of course not. So that's not even,
because you don't have any utilities.
Right. That's not even a question that we need to ask. So no, but we do refer out for housing. We refer to Christian Ministry and so forth. So it's important that you get the information that we have, or call us and we'll give you as much as we can. Caller, you're on the air.
Okay, thank you. Question is, I have an auntie who needs some work done on the house.
Speak up just a little for me.
Okay, do you fix water heaters as far as the weatherization program? He has a leak, okay, on the side of her house, and then in the basement, the water heater gets bad. She's a senior citizen,
Now, if the home has never had prior weatherization, an assessor will come out to the home if approved for the program. The thing, though, is that from what I'm understanding is that furnaces are normally the only thing covered, but I would not be able to make that determination. It would have to be the assessor to make that determination whether or not it would be covered. Because, once again, hot water is something that we all need during the winter, and it helps cut the rates down as well. So it could possibly be that they may help fix that water heater, but that would not be my determination. That would be the assessor's determination.
Okay, caller. We got another caller. Come on, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
My question is, okay, with the energy assistance, if my lights have already been disconnected, how can I have an up-to-date bill to show, what the, like she said, you have to have a bill of showing around August. What if my lights were cut off in July or something, and that's the only thing that I have to show that they were cut off? Can they base what they would help me on from that bill?
Yes, they would base that on off of that bill. So if you have been disconnected and you do not have a recent bill from, say, the last month, and you have the bill from when you were cut off, go ahead and bring that in, as long as the account is not 30 days past due.
Okay. We really would like to thank everyone for tuning in. If you have more questions about the Energy Assistance Program, please give us a call at the agency. The number is 773-445-5445. This is Erin Fletcher. Her extension is
4221.
4221, and she will do everything she can to assist you with your energy programs. The Southside Help Center would like to thank everyone for tuning in, and we will see you again. Until we see you again, we bid you peace.